We're preparing to engage. Checking all systems. It's kind of weird operating it from over here, though. That looks pretty good. All right, guys, we're just doing a little checky check, making sure everything's good. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Here We Are podcast. This is number 8, right, John Boy? Number 8. So, yeah. Number 8. Thanks for being with us for the last 7 episodes. Glad to have you here for number 8. That song at the beginning was Constellations by the Enigmaknots. Shout out to JD, Zach, Louie, and Denmark for the music. You can check them out just by Googling Enigmaknots Bandcamp or hitting the link below. To support the podcast, subscribe to the Patreon at patreon.com/double_D. There you can access all of my written work, including poetry, flash fiction, and full-length short stories. To further support the podcast, check out Bingley's Teas at janeaustenteas.com. They have high-end, hand-picked teas by the wonderful Miss Julia to satisfy that deep tea addiction. Or visit Julia in person at 118 East 26th Street, suite number 208, to be taken on a tea tour of the world. All right, Johnny.
Here we are.
Here we are. Here we are, number 8. I didn't get as nervous that time.
Yeah, it sounded more smooth.
Yeah, all right. It only took fucking 8 episodes. So we got a whole agenda planned for you guys. We're going to talk a little bit. Johnny and I were really busy this week. We got some big news that we're going to share with you guys. But before we hop into everything, I figured out a trick. Because here's the thing to understand. Johnny and I decided to do this podcast and had no fucking idea what we were doing. Literally, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go buy these microphones, and I went and dropped all this money on microphones with zero idea.
And nothing is easy to hook up or
no.
We have a brand new nice camera that's just sitting there.
Yeah,
it's a whole ordeal to get that hooked up.
Yeah, we've got and I have no fucking idea. I'm gonna have to have somebody help me. So yeah, Johnny and I guess this is a lesson to anybody else wanting to start up and do something. If you want to be a writer, I don't have any idea how to write, I don't know how to paint, I don't know how to fucking do a podcast, I don't know how to do stand-up comedy. Literally, just do it. Just go out and fucking do it. Don't read into it too much, just do it and figure it out as you go. So Johnny and I, we started doing this podcast. I didn't even know how to hook up the microphones. I had no idea what software to work with. I had no idea, but I did figure out a little trick. One of the things that we talked about trying to figure out how to do is pull up memes, pull up pictures, just have a display window so you guys can see what we're looking at. And
some next level shit.
Yeah, so this is we're moving on up, we're trying to make improvements every episode, and let's see if I can get this to work. I'm going to pull up this, maybe, come on. Yeah, see? Look at that. You can see what we see now. And I want to take advantage of, see if I can kind of show you. I talk about my Patreon and all that. I talk about our sponsor. So this is my Patreon page here. On here I've got, I said, all my poetry, all my flash fiction, short stories. Over here on the side, you can see each tier. So this is the $3 tier, the $6, $10, $15. And then each one of these little pictures with the heading right here is either a different poem or a short story or something. I put a lot of work into it. You guys, go ahead and check it out. There's a lot of free stuff on here. And then honestly, for the price of a cup of coffee that you spend every day per month, just per month, you can access all my written works. I'm always putting new stuff on there. Later on, once I start working on my novels, I'll be releasing those chapter by chapter. And then once we get to a certain patron amount, say $100 or $200 a month, I'll start doing a solo podcast where it's just me talking with you guys. And instead of politics and stuff, it'll be more centered around literature, movies, art, all of that. So yeah, you can kind of see pretty cool, pretty slick setup. I put a lot of work into it, and I seriously appreciate if you guys would check it out. And if you'd subscribe, that would mean the world to me, and it helps Johnny and I produce better content. Mm-hmm. And we always talk about Bingley's Teas at janeaustenteas.com. And you can check out her website here. These are all pictures that she's had professionally done of the different blended teas that she has. And it literally, damn.
Yeah, that stuff is pretty rad looking.
Yeah, it almost looks like dank-ass marijuana at like a pot shop. You know?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Yeah, so pretty cool. She's put a lot of work into it. Julie's an amazing woman. She has this thing called the Jane Austen tea series, which it comes in like a very nice pack. Right here, you can actually see it. And it actually comes in a box, too. Like, if you're trying to impress your lady with something nice, or if she's a big tea drinker, super reasonable prices, awesome. And you can kind of see what her studio might look. Yeah, right here, you can see her studio. Super awesome. It's an experience in there. So if you guys ever are out in the Twin Cities, definitely check her out. So yeah, I'm gonna close this fucker out. But yeah, so we are moving on up in the tech realm. Yeah, so pretty cool. Anyway, so we had a pretty big weekend. Pretty big week actually, but a lot of exciting things happened, huh, John Boy?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I mean,
yeah. So
got to meet with Bernie Sanders in like a pretty private meeting. Talked to him about taking on the Prestige pork plant.
Yeah, it was so pretty much there was this big event in Clear Lake, Iowa. It's called the Democratic Wing Ding. And pretty much what it is like a big wing supper at the Surf Ballroom.
Yeah, not very good wings.
No.
Wasn't a fan of the wings.
Yeah, the food's not the best.
Boneless, like, from Hy-Vee too, which Hy-Vee is a big Republican supporter. I thought that was all stupid, but
you know what? Yeah,
I shouldn't be critical like that.
Yeah, that is a good point. But it's a cool thing. It's like a big wing dinner, pulled pork dinner. I think there was like 1,000 people there, and what it's about is it gives candidates a chance.
Way more than 1,000. There's like 2,700 people in there.
Oh, was there really?
Yeah.
It's hard.
I just randomly know that.
I can't even believe that many people fit in there.
Yeah,
they're just pushing
people outside.
Yeah, there's people outside. There's people in the aisles. Let's just say if the fire marshal showed up, he is not going to okay that, you know. But yeah, so the whole thing is it gives as many candidates as possible a chance to speak. We had a bunch of them this year. It was pretty cool. So like Bernie Sanders was there, Tulsi Gabbard.
It's literally like every candidate except Beto O'Rourke because he stayed in El Paso because of the shooting.
Yeah. And you know, Johnny and I criticize our politicians. Johnny and I have a very high expectation of our politicians, but I will say it was, I mean, at least a good political move of Beto to like he did like a video on the projector screen being like, I'm sorry I couldn't make it.
Yeah, I didn't even get to see that because I was like running around doing stuff.
Yeah, so, you know, with that, we had just all these different politicians in town at the Wing Ding. It was pretty cool. And so Johnny and I, besides doing the podcast, besides me writing and stuff, Johnny and I do a lot of activist work. We've done quite a few things over the years. We're being in Iowa, our state's under siege by industrial agriculture. So about 3 or 4 years ago, we had this Prestige slaughterhouse come into town. They were trying to build a slaughterhouse. They tried to sweep it under the rug. They're a big pork producer, huge polluter. They got kicked out of their own state for being polluters in North Carolina. And they wanted to build a slaughterhouse in town. And, you know, Johnny and I, my girlfriend, and Iowa Citizens for Community Improvement.
A lot of other local citizens.
A ton of people came together and, like, petitioned.
Really all I did was go gather petition signatures.
Whatever.
Which, not to downplay it, there's people that really put a lot of effort in. So
pretty much the whole town pretty much banded together to stop this pork processing plant.
Large portion of it anyways.
Yeah, and through that, Johnny and I and everybody else, we made some connections with Iowa Citizens for Community Improvement, and they're like a activist nonprofit group.
Yeah.
And one of the people that we met there, I guess I'll leave her name out of this, but she became the state director for Bernie Sanders' campaign. And first, she asked us to meet privately with Bernie Sanders in like a conference room with a bunch of the other activists who were involved with the anti-Prestige movement. And we got to talk with Bernie in person, about a dozen of us.
For like an hour,
and just discuss industrial agriculture, confined animal feeding operations, water pollution, wage suppression, pretty much just all the issues that are specifically facing Iowa and rural America. And it was an awesome experience. Like,
yeah, it was.
Yeah, like, I don't know about you, but it was and we've seen Bernie before. We've shaken his hand, but it was pretty neat. I didn't feel like starstruck, maybe for like a minute.
No, and it's like it was an actual meeting, and he was trying to gather information. It wasn't just like
it wasn't just a press.
It was
thing.
interesting.
Yeah, like he sat there and listened. He like one of the things he said. He's like, "I'm here to listen to you guys. Like, I need to be educated on these issues because it's not one of the ones that we hear about much. Because in politics, rural America kind of gets left behind."
And he did tour a factory farm the next day.
Yeah, he did.
And then he released a big statement about how factory farms are.
Yeah, and then I think the day
ruining.
after that, they did some kind of protest or something. He's been doing a lot of stuff in Iowa, but it was pretty cool. So we all got to do that. That was an awesome experience. And the thing that it just reaffirmed my faith that Bernie Sanders is the candidate we need because he's out here doing things that no other candidate's doing.
What I will say, like the little bit I was around some of the candidates at the Wingding,
yeah,
some of them had this elitist vibe to them, like they are better than thou type of person.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Microphone towards me just a little bit. Your wavelengths are a little high there.
What do I?
Yeah,
I'm bad with the mic, but anyway,
it's weird.
Like when you go up to Bernie Sanders, you don't get this vibe. You get like it's very. I don't know how to explain it.
He feels like a leader.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel like a celebrity. He just feels like somebody. He's like he gives a fuck about the country. He's here to work with you. He doesn't. That's the thing he always says in his speeches and stuff. And that's his campaign slogan is us or it's not me us. And it's serious because he talks about, and if you've seen the Joe Rogan podcast with Bernie, he's like, I can't do this alone. If I was elected president tomorrow, couldn't do any of it.
Which, by the way, was #1 trending for days.
I think it's at like 10 million views now.
And it has mostly likes, so that's
awesome.
Pretty positive.
That was a good thing. But it was cool too because the state director of the Bernie campaign, I've worked with her on other things, not just a Prestige thing. Johnny and I met them out at Standing Rock during the Dakota Access Pipeline protests. Mm-hmm. So we spent some time with her there. I've done political workshops with her. I've given speeches with her. I helped lead a protest with her and other Iowa CCI members against Iowa Select, which is like a big lobby for industrial pork. So it was cool. All these little things that I've done, she's like, hey, we're doing a rally for Bernie Sanders before the Wingding. Would you give a speech to introduce him to the stage?
Yeah, and you literally
And I got full Karl Marx up in that bitch, dude. First off, it was a serious honor, and I'm trying to be humble about it, but it was just really cool to have that opportunity to welcome Bernie to the stage. And I was so nervous leading up to it, but it was crazy. The moment I got up on, and some other people spoke before, and it got me fired up.
And this place was packed too.
Yeah, it was like a little cocktail lounge, and it probably had 100 to 150 people in there.
It was deeply packed.
Almost all of it was organic people that seen the signs and were like, "Oh shit!"
You could tell the staff at the bar were like,
"Yeah,
this is crazy."
But yeah, and I gave this fiery speech, I was like, we got Americans dying from lack of healthcare, and I just was going full, Vladimir Lenin, fucking Eugene Debs,
yeah.
And I got pissed, and then welcomed Bernie to the stage, and
shout out to Jasmine, she gave a good intro speech too.
If you're watching this, Jasmine, your speech was awesome. She's a daughter of immigrants, and she really kind of drove home this issue that people of color and immigrants are having in this country. Thank you to everybody with the campaign and volunteers and shit that made that happen.
Yeah,
it was an awesome weekend. I think one of the coolest things that I saw was so before the rally, there was these kids riding around on bicycles. Remember?
Oh yeah,
and they originally had Andrew Yang signs, and then they came by the booth outside of the bar, and they were like, we like Bernie better. Can we get a bunch of signs? And so they were riding around on their bikes.
10-year-olds.
10 to 14-year-olds, out there, on bikes, some 1980s, Stranger Things thing.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Bernie, and I was like, fuck yeah, kids, stick it to the man, when I was driving by. So, dude, it was an awesome weekend, super exciting. So that's why we haven't been able to upload as much. That's why I haven't done a solo video. That's why
it's been pretty hectic.
Yeah, and then trying to line up Johnny and I's schedule. I work nights. Johnny works during the day. I've got some personal things going on in my life involving custody of my daughter. it's been wild. Literally, the show that we're doing, we planned on doing like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and then we did the Jordan podcast, which I think went pretty well.
Yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, check that one out. Jordan's a Navy veteran who's recently been discharged because of a motorcycle accident. We talked about that. He's trying to start up a nonprofit political action committee, a PAC called the Purple Dragon PAC, which is advocating in the political sphere for like veterans issues, PTSD, pensions, you name it. If it involves veterans, he's on it. So maybe I'll drop the link for that too. But check out that podcast. Jordan is a super intelligent guy. He's an intellectual, and we had a great time. I'm glad we were able to get that done at least.
Yeah, which I thought it went pretty well. I should have spoke closer to the mic.
Yeah,
that's my one downfall.
Yeah, well, we needed to get another mic. I know it's just a matter.
That's a whole other.
Like I said,
we complain about that. Yeah.
So I guess we'll just kind of hop in. We have a bunch of stuff. We'll see what we can get covered in about an hour and a half. If you guys have been paying attention to the news, you know there's just a ton of things going on right now. We've had a Democratic debate. We've had 2 mass shootings on the same day. Trump saying crazy shit. You know, like literally just.
I mean, that's nothing new.
No, it's not. But let's see. So the Democratic debates, Johnny. I know you watched them. I know you planned on taking some notes, but it kind of didn't work out. What did you take from the debates? There was a lot of good things that happened from what I've heard.
I mean, Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren teaming up. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, the media was the whole time before it was Bernie and Warren are gonna butt heads.
Yeah.
But then all they did was team up on the corporatists on the stage, John Delaney and Tim Ryan got owned.
Yeah.
And then in the other nights of debate, Tulsi Gabbard literally destroyed Kamala Harris. Her poll numbers tanked after that debate.
Yeah, dude, I want to see if because we're still working on getting video to work with our soundboard software, but you should see if you can pull up just that snippet of what she said, because I'll play it next. You can play it next to your mic for people.
Yeah, I'll play that.
Just wait a second to play it though. But yeah, so Bernie and Warren teamed up. Everybody, like Johnny said, everybody was expecting them to turn on each other, but the thing is, they're progressives, and they have a similar agenda, and they teamed up. And then Tulsi kicked ass. Tulsi's the attack dog of the progressive movement. And I was gonna, before you play that, Johnny, I was gonna say, we talked about this. Do you think Elizabeth and Bernie and Tulsi have a game plan? Maybe.
See, I mean, when you read Bernie's book, it's pretty obvious Tulsi Gabbard is a main ally of his in the Congress. But there's so many progressives who don't like Tulsi Gabbard. I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm. That's just the lay people, though.
Yeah,
I mean, it matters.
There's huge criticisms that come from the left that are, I don't know. In my opinion, they're kind of unwarranted, a lot of them. But
yeah, I would agree.
Her connection to the leader of India. I mean, Obama met with that guy too and had connection. He's a leader of a country.
Yeah.
But they used the fact that she's Hindu and this weird. I don't know. We could go off on that.
Yeah.
But I do believe Tulsi Gabbard is in on a game plan, and I do believe Warren and Bernie especially had that plan to go in.
Yeah, because they know that the issues are what count.
Yeah.
So that was pretty sweet. Do you have that video, Johnny?
Yeah.
Make sure you got one that's shorter. So yeah,
this one's 2 minutes and 26
okay, before
seconds.
you play it, so pretty much Tulsi Gabbard. We talked in an earlier episode about her doing some deep research on Kamala. And she embarrassed the fuck out of Kamala on national television. And
then after we play this, I just want to say Kamala Harris was interviewed after the debate, and she said she was dismissive of it, but didn't even talk about what Tulsi accused her of and everything. Mm-hmm. But said Tulsi's a 1%er and a servant of Assad, and said it would make sense for Tulsi.
Serious?
And it would make sense for Tulsi to attack her because she's a top-tier candidate. It's who says I'm a top-tier candidate? So it just came off as...
It's a slick way to reinforce the
it really wasn't that slick, though.
Yeah.
I mean, her poll numbers did plummet.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris is just...
Anyway, we'll talk more about it. Play this for the folks quick.
Let's hope this is the right one.
Oh, yeah, I have the speaker on, too, so it should just play through this. turn it up a little bit.
Harris confronting Vice President Biden at the last debate. You called it a, quote, false accusation that Joe Biden is a racist. What's your response?
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting black and brown people all across this country today. Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response?
Damn, bro.
And the response is just terrible.
Oh, I haven't
As
even
the
heard
elected Attorney General of California, I did the work of significantly reforming the criminal justice system of a state of 40 million people, which became a national model for the work that needs to be done. And I am proud of that work. And I am proud of making a decision to not just give fancy speeches or be in a legislative body and give speeches on the floor, but actually doing the work of being in the position to use the power that I had to reform a system that is badly in need of reform. That is why we created initiatives
not even
that
a
were
real
about
answer.
re-entering former offenders and getting them counseling. It is why, and because I know that criminal justice system is so broken, that I am an advocate for what we need to do to not only decriminalize but legalize marijuana in the United States.
I want to bring Congresswoman Gabbard back in. Your response.
It's literally one more minute.
Senator Harris, when you were in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Damn, bro. Yeah, she fucking... It's on the left there, Johnny. Got it?
No, your phone's weird.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. But, damn, dude. Yeah, she fucking... That's big dick energy, don't you think?
Definitely big dick energy.
That's the definition of it. What the fuck? Oh. Sorry, guys. We got an ad. I don't know.
Perfect.
My wife and I did.
Wow, the podcast is ruined.
Yeah, let's start over. I don't know how the fuck... Whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so, yeah, that was fucking... I only heard that first part. I didn't hear the response and then the rebuttal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you can dislike Tulsi Gabbard. And, like, I understand some of the criticisms, but her record has proved that she stands with working class people. And you can nitpick her, yeah, but you can nitpick every candidate.
Yeah, yeah. And you should be critical if they're not right on.
And I think you need to be wary about tearing someone like her down if you're a diehard Warren or Bernie supporter, because odds are she's going to be a part of Bernie's administration.
Yeah.
When I should say he gets the nomination.
I could see her being Sec of State.
Yeah.
VP. If Bernie wins, like I
think VP anything. Would be optically. Some progressive people are going to be like, no, but optically she appeals to some Republican voters. She brings an appeal that Bernie himself cannot get, and I don't think Warren would appeal to a broader because a lot of people talk about Warren as VP. My personal opinion, I don't think Warren would appeal to anyone else. Like, the whole point of a VP is largely you need
try to bring
appeal
in other voters in the primary.
Yeah, or in the general.
In the general. Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I'm not an expert either.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. But also, I feel like considering Tulsi's biggest, she's right on all the issues.
Power-wise, Secretary of State would be she'd have more influence over important matters.
Yeah, and the thing is, her big thing is foreign policy and ending wars overseas and doing better relations and moving towards world peace. So I feel like her skill set, especially being involved in the VP would be great. And like you said, it's a huge PR move, good political move. But as far as getting the most out of Tulsi, I think Sec of State would be good. So before we move on to the next thing, and I really hope... I just feel so weird having this mic far away, because I feel like it's not going to record, but I need to remember, my voice is, fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm kind of a quieter.
So hopefully it fucking records fine, because I'm sick of, putting the work into this, and then I'm like, it's not how I want it to be. Anyway, sorry about that. Where was I going with this? Oh, the people who spoke So Bernie gave his speech, standing ovation. I did think, though, honestly, Bernie wasn't as strong as he was last year. But then again, everybody only had 5 minutes to speak.
I didn't even get to hear it, honestly.
A little disappointing. I mean, the content's there, but remember last year at the Wingding, he was literally like
in
so
2016.
2016. He was so fired up, it was like booming the room. And he had longer to talk because obviously we had so many candidates. He only had 5 minutes, so it wasn't as intense. And
I do think he got one of the
there
best
was
standing ovations, though. Apparently, I'm just gonna say Mayor Pete, even though that nickname kind of annoys me for some reason. But
Yeah.
I really am bad pronouncing his last name. I heard Mayor Pete got like the best standing ovation.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just checking the systems there. Yeah, so Bernie did, but the thing is that I didn't stay for all of it, and I wasn't there for the beginning because we were doing the Bernie rally stuff. But dude, when Cory Booker gave this speech and it had no substance, it didn't have
And
any.
it's like he's in a huge Broadway play.
Yeah, dude. And Shannon was watching it with me, and it literally made her skin crawl. It was just so fake and so rehearsed and had no substance, and it was just all about, I was hugging this woman who was the victim of a violent crime in Chicago that killed her son, and she just kept saying to me, don't lose faith. And it was just like, and it's not that I don't support the message of like addressing the violent crime in America and these mass shootings, but it wasn't authentic, dude. It was gross, dude. He doesn't give a fuck.
But then
dude.
outside, you would think his support around here is huge because they literally, these campaigns, even Warren did it, Biden did it, Cory Booker definitely did it. And when you see someone like Booker, you know they bust in these people who I don't even know if they're from the state, and they pay them
I doubt they are.
to chant for hours. Like, I actually talked to a Kamala Harris. Oh, yeah, Kamala Harris did it. I talked to a Kamala Harris one, and I'm like, so you guys paid to be here? And he's like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just nonchalant, just admitted it to me.
Yeah.
And it's
we saw that in 2016.
Meanwhile, Bernie, he just has a little spot, and what I thought was clever of him for the cameras, he didn't have all these paid-for people chanting, but he had volunteers come and go canvassing in Clear Lake.
Yep. Knock doors.
And then he marched in with them.
Yeah.
It was well done.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Because, I even had what's his name? John Delaney had them too. A John Delaney guy came over and was like, this seems pointless.
Yeah.
Because it is. I mean, it's really for the cameras to make it look like in this area of Iowa.
There's huge support.
But first off, there's not that many young people at all around here.
There isn't. This is a retirement home. Our town's pretty much a big retirement home.
Yeah. So it's just ridiculous overall.
The young people we do have are addicted to drugs. So, because we live in the Rust Belt and there's no jobs, no opportunity, no hope, so the youth are just fucked.
Yeah, literally. We have Des Moines and Iowa City and Ames.
Yeah, just fucking high on meth and having unprotected sex on Tinder because they have no purpose in life.
Yeah,
it's true. I mean, sorry,
it's not all of them, but it's quite. It's more than you would think.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah,
but yeah, so Cory Booker gave the speech with no substance, and he got like a huge because of the content about it being about the mass shootings and having faith behind it. And here's the thing you got to know about the Wingding. There was a good chunk of young people there, but it was still mostly older people, retirees.
Oh, yeah.
And they stood up and applauded this speech, and Shannon and I didn't move. We just sat there. And, dude, it's fucking... I talked to Jordan about this on, a Facebook post. Especially that older generation. They're
loyal to the party in a way that's cult-like, in my opinion.
Yes. And here's the thing. Yeah. They're so used to these movie star speeches and talking points and sound bites, and they're so used to inauthenticity that not only can they no longer recognize authenticity, when they get authentic people like Tulsi or fucking Bernie or whatever, they think they're crazy.
Well, and all they do is watch corporate media that either bashes Bernie and Tulsi or blacks them out most of the time to make it seem like they're not and then they do skewed polls that don't even poll 18 to 35-year-olds, so Biden is in this massive lead.
Those polls are the most disgusting, fake-ass shit I've ever seen. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're seeing polls off of mainstream media, saying that Bernie's like, I think I saw one, I don't know, you keep up with it more than me, Johnny, but I think I seen one that was like, he's at like 9% or like.
Well, you need to just view the sampling data, which is way like boring to do, but.
Yeah, look at where they're drawing these.
And they don't tell you, we didn't sample a large chunk of the voting base in the country.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Here's the thing. The millennials, the people that are roughly in 18 to 35 or whatever.
That's literally what...
Here's the thing, you guys, and this is actually a call to action. I'm going to do a little shout out to Faye that I work with. You said one of the things that we should try to do in this podcast is like have a call to action. You know, you said you talk about all these things, but you should tell those of us who don't know what to do. Here's what I'm going to say. Millennials are at this moment in time, one of the, if not the largest voting bloc in the United States of America. If we all turn out in caucus or primary for Bernie Sanders, this doesn't mean the general election. This means the election for the Democratic Party. If you turn out, Faye, if you turn out, all of you guys listening, and you bring 5 fucking friends with you to the caucus, we're going to kick their ass across the country.
And the one problem I do have, and I've been talking to people, and we need to like learn more about it, you're going to be able to, in Nevada as well, they have a caucus. They changed the rules so you can now call in and like from home.
Okay. Is that good or bad, do you think?
I mean, I don't know. How's that going to work? How are you going to prove things? I mean...
Yeah.
It sounds sketchy to me. And apparently, from what I understand, you're not even like a full vote.
Oh, yeah, Nevada has caucuses too, don't they?
Yeah, it's different than ours, but it's similar.
Process.
Minnesota technically actually does too, but yeah, I don't know. That's going to be interesting, and we're going to have to learn.
Yeah, we'll be engaged in that. And here's the thing. I know a lot of our listeners live in town with Johnny and I, because I harassed you to subscribe. So if you're listening, we're going to be at a caucus location, Johnny and I. And chances are we'll probably be leading the show there on the Bernie camp. So just show up. When it's a while away, so don't worry. But show up, and we'll don't worry about not knowing what to do. We'll help you.
Well, and
reach out,
even if
message me, email me, whatever.
Your location isn't where we're going to be at. There's something called a caucus captain, and it's going to be like someone who.
Yeah, I know it's daunting. I know it's weird.
This is going to be a much later podcast, probably too. We'll probably do a whole podcast about the caucus.
Yeah, we should. And I know it's scary, and I know it's a pain in the ass. I know you got to take work off sometimes, but you have to fucking do this.
It's really not that scary either.
I mean, not scary, but if you've never done this sort of thing, you're going to be like,
the Clinton
whoa.
people in 2016 did like surround, because you can be an undecided. Some people come in not sure, and then like there's a minute or two to persuade them. People like surrounded.
It was like
one, and literally like intimidated them.
Yeah, you know, I can't even remember what movie that is, but you know the movie where they're like, one of us. It was like one of those things. And
and there isn't
there's like 2 old ladies sitting here that were for O'Malley, and they're like.
Yeah, and there's not supposed to be campaign staffers in here, yet there were for Clinton. Like, it was very sketchy.
It was fucked up because
the Clinton people were pretty much running it. Some of these candidates, because they know they can get away with it if they try.
Yeah.
That's why you need to be like, this is against Rule 8004 in the handbook. Like, you have to literally be like that. And
I'm hoping the campaign will do a good job of keeping us educated on this.
Yeah.
So I will say this: that is your call to action. If you want Bernie to win, if you want to start the political revolution, if you want universal health care, tuition-free college, new roads, transition to green energy, ending the wars, blah, 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 you know the shit. You know the shit you want. If you fucking want it, it's not enough to vote in the general election. You need to go to the caucus. You need to call the campaign. You need to knock doors. You need to do some fucking shit. No excuses. You know, the greatest generation, or the great generation that fought in World War II, they went and they dealt with Imperial Japan, fighting in the jungles. They fought Nazis in the streets of Europe. You can go and fucking vote for Bernie Sanders in the caucus. I don't want any goddamn excuses. So do it. Okay?
And also, just to like touch about, because we're going to probably bounce around a little bit, but
we're kind of going free all.
You brought up like single-payer healthcare, which Bernie calls Medicare for all. But for instance, Kamala Harris's Medicare for All plan.
Medicare for All.
Is not single payer at all. It's privatizing like Medicaid and all this different stuff, which is been a right-wing Republican dream.
Yeah.
But she, like, the way she pushes it off is like it's this progressive plan like Bernie's.
Yeah. That's more achievable.
Yeah, and it's literally nothing like what he wants to do.
Yeah,
like
so
it's
this is the other thing while we're on Kamala, we want to talk about this. So I think, honestly, in a way, other than maybe climate change, the biggest issue in this election is healthcare. Like, we probably hear that talked about more than anything.
well, and then the corporate media says it's gonna kick 100 million people off their healthcare plan. How does that make sense when it's covering everyone?
Yeah.
You're getting rid of your dude.
Everyone's going to be covered.
It's so simple to understand, but they repeat the same lie over and over and over, so people are like, "Yeah, they're going to."
You say a lie enough times, people believe it.
Yeah.
If you lie, if you're a lying person, if you tell a story over and over and over again, lying to your friends or your family,
well, it's how propaganda
eventually
works.
you're the one telling a lie and you know it's a lie. But if you say that lie enough times, you will believe the lie.
Yep.
You know, I've done it because I had to always lie to my grandma about shit, like to go out and like party.
Yeah.
And I started to believe the lies, bro. Like, I'd be sitting there and I'm like, I know I just went out and got fucked up at a party and she's yelling at me because she knows I'm hungover. And I'm sitting there like, really, truly believing to myself, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
I went to a Bible study class.
Right.
Or whatever. But yeah, so Kamala is trying to get on the single-payer healthcare bandwagon, right? But what Johnny's saying is that her policy is actually bullshit. What it is privatizing it. I think what it would do is it would give everybody health care. I'm pretty sure.
But it's just putting it in the hands of
and it's going to make it more expensive for
private
taxpayers.
healthcare industry.
So yeah, it is going to cover everybody, right? And let's be honest, it's better than the system we have now. Like, it is. It really is. But here's the thing. It's bullshit. Because what it's doing is it's keeping the American healthcare system in the hands of insurance companies.
And keeping it about profit.
Keeping it about profit. So instead of paying a low tax rate because the government's doing it and the government doesn't have an incentive to profit off of it, the government wants to spend the least amount of tax money on shit like this as possible, right? It's going to put it in the hands of companies that are going to milk it. They're going to, instead of it being like $70 a month for your healthcare, it'll be like $140, $200 out of your check.
Yep.
Because those CEOs have to make a profit. And here's the thing. We know that this isn't speculation. This is fact. We've seen it. In Iowa, I think a few years ago, they privatized our Medicare system. They gave it to like 3 different companies, and you can like choose which one you want to go through that have slight benefits. It's still Medicare. You still pay nothing for it if you're on the program. But it's cost the taxpayers, when they privatize it, something like 9 to 13% more. So they're just stealing, those insurance companies are stealing the money from the state of Iowa, from people like Johnny, from Social Security, whatever. They're stealing the fucking money. It's gross. And that's essentially what Kamala wants to do on a national level.
Yeah.
So it's fucking bullshit. And don't fucking fall for it.
I don't think many people are, man.
I think people know.
Numbers are tanking.
Yeah, I think people know.
But people are falling for Biden. Like, I do think while the polls are skewed in some cases,
Yeah.
especially with like people 50 to like 70 something, they like Biden because, I'm sorry, like the corporate media just, and whoever the party wants to choose, there's a certain amount of people in the country that are like, okay, and they don't even think about policy or anything like that. They just think,
dude, people,
very naive ways, unfortunately.
They're stupid. I'm sorry. It's not hard. They're not educated. They don't know. Like,
dude, and if you try to debate them, they literally repeat corporate media talking points.
Yeah.
And like the talking points from the candidate. Like,
I remember
it's very weird.
I remember in 2016 I was knocking doors, and I might have already told this story, but I was knocking doors for Bernie. And I had one family there in the parking lot. It's the middle of winter or whatever, and I was like, "Hey, I'm for Bernie, and I'm just trying to have conversations with my neighbors about, you know, blah blah blah." And they're like, "Oh, well, we like Bernie, but we're gonna vote for Hillary." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, what issues are you voting for? Like, why do you vote for Hillary? What issues does she stand on that you like?" And they didn't know what to say. They kind of just looked at me and shrugged, and they're like, "Well, we just kind of feel like it's her time." Which is like literally the propaganda message that and I was like,
it's like crowning a queen or something. It was very weird.
Yeah, I was like, okay, you guys don't think for yourselves at all. So
yeah,
but yeah, while we're still on the subject of Tulsi, you've heard a little bit about Tulsi suing Google.
Yeah, so she's like suing Google because right after the first debate, literally like right after what it would have been like the prime time for her to get donations.
Yeah,
they
that's the
like
hot time.
shut down. I don't know the exact like wording for what they shut down, but they shut down her way of like getting searched, from what I understand. I don't think they shut down the actual donation process, but
Yeah,
like when you would
let's see.
search her, it and they say it was an algorithm, which it very well could have been.
Yeah, it says Google stopped her candidacy from gaining momentum after the first Democratic debate by suspending her campaign's advertising account for 6 hours.
A very crucial time.
Yeah, like that's the time when you're watching
She was the
debate,
most
you're
Googled
like,
candidate.
yeah, you're like,
So it's like,
she would have got how much more money probably
who knows?
in that 6 hours. So the Tulsi Gabbard campaign is claiming that that Gmail sent Gabbard's campaign emails to people's spam folders more than other candidates. So we all get, and a lot of them end up in the spam, but every so often the algorithm for Google will allow one or two through if it's like a certain, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And this would have been the time to allow them into your actual general inbox, you know, instead of sending it to spam. Yep. So she's claiming that Google purposely, because Google's a tech giant that doesn't want progressive reform. Say what you want, like, yeah, they're for LGBTQ, blah, 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 blah. They're fucking political
they're
correct.
Silicon Valley, and they're essentially like...
Dude, their
economic views are not progressive.
This is the thing that I love about Andrew Yang that he brought up, is we all know oil companies are fucking evil, right? What does he say? He says, tech is the oil of the 21st century. Mm-hmm. And these companies are going to do anything to protect their interest. So yeah, pretty much what happened was the Google's algorithm purposely sent Tulsi Gabbard's like asking for donations, talking about issues, emails straight to the spam box. So let's see. She filed in the federal court. She filed a, what's it called?
Lawsuit,
A lawsuit, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? She filed a lawsuit in the federal court in L.A.
Wasn't it for like $50 million?
Yeah, it says Google is intermeddling in the election, claiming $50 million in damages, and let's see.
And now, I don't think she would have made $50 million by any means, but
No.
a point
Probably
she's
not,
making
but-
is if they can do this to a city member of Congress who's running for president, they can do it to you, they can do it to anyone. That's the whole point of what she's trying to make in the lawsuit.
And I'm going to read a couple of quotes from her and from Google and shit, but we should touch on that more, about how these companies, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, how they can control free speech and how they can, we should talk about that. So let's see. Google uses its control over online political speech to silence Tulsi Gabbard, a candidate millions of Americans want to hear. That was from the campaign head. And the campaign head went on to say, with this lawsuit, Tulsi seeks to stop Google from further intermeddling in the 2020 election. In a direct quote from Tulsi Gabbard on the lawsuit subject is, discriminatory actions against campaign are reflective of how dangerous their complete dominance over internet search is, and how increasing dominance of big tech over a public discourse threatens our core American values. This is a threat to free speech, fair elections, and to our democracy. This is coming at a time when tech giants are under more scrutiny. Like, because we hear about all kinds of things. Like they did, I think last year or whatever, they did a committee meeting with like Mark Zuckerberg, you know.
Yeah, well, he got grilled by Congress too. But there's been hidden meetings from what I understand too, so.
Yeah. Let's see, what else do I have here? Google tried to say that the suspension was accidentally triggered by the company's software.
Which is possible, but
it is.
They should maybe be prepared because they are potentially hurting campaigns.
Yeah. And I guess we'll just have to see how that lawsuit goes, but...
Something tells me it's not going to go far.
Yeah, the Google spokeswoman said, system triggered suspension on the account and was reinstated shortly after. We are proud to offer products that help campaigns connect directly with voters and do so without bias to any political ideology. Now, I don't think that's the case. You know, like we said, these giant tech companies have a huge sector of the economy. Like, dude, guys, think about it. You know, back in the day, in like Roman times or fucking French Revolution times, you had your public square. You had your newspapers. This is where you went, or you printed stuff in order to get political speech out. Mm-hmm. Now, you go to Twitter, you go to Facebook, you go to Instagram, you go to YouTube, you go to fucking Reddit, whatever it is. But these are private companies that have an agenda to decrease their taxes, to deregulate their sphere, whatever it is, internet, media. They have an agenda that is going, because they are driven by profit. Mm-hmm. If they can do political action or stifle political speech that's going to potentially threaten their profit margin, they're going to do it. And here's the thing. They can do it like no other company has ever been able to, because they control the medium upon which freedom of speech happens. You know, this is the newspaper and the television of the modern era, these search engines and these streaming services and all that. Yep. It's not just like them back in the day, like an oil company could either buy a newspaper or put pressure or donate money to campaigns. It's beyond that. Google and all these companies already do that stuff, but dude, they just control the stream of information. Mm-hmm. And that's dangerous. And so say what you want about this lawsuit or whatever, maybe nothing will come of it. Maybe it's bullshit. Maybe it was actually an accidental software thing, which is possible. Shit happens.
It's definitely possible.
It's definitely possible. But her having the fucking cojones to stand up and do this lawsuit, especially during her election run, that takes scrotum, and it's good because it's bringing this issue forward that you guys should not have this complete domination over the medium of freedom of speech. So it's just another reason why to love Tulsi Gabbard, man. Like, it's...
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely, like, personally my second choice.
Yeah, like
some people are going to shit on me for it, that I know, but
yeah,
I don't care.
If Bernie wasn't running, I would be on the Tulsi wagon.
I would have probably been completely behind Tulsi. I don't know.
Yeah, like, and here's the thing. If Bernie doesn't run again, you know,
he'll never run again after this. I think even if he wins the nomination, he's going to be a one-term president, very likely.
So do I, because here's the thing.
Maybe not, but very likely.
I don't like to bring up his age, because I really don't think it's an issue right now. But in 4 more years, especially after 4 years of running the country, he's going to be, 78, 79? Right?
No, I think he's like that age right now.
Yeah. I think he's like 76, 77. Whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. The point is, the guy's going to be like, and especially after the strain of being a president, I'm going to be like, yeah, now he's like 80. That is getting to be a little old despite his good health.
Well, yeah, and I honestly think he'd want to be a one-term president. But he would pick, he would anoint a successor in a way. And endorse them. Or whoever he picks as VP would be the...
Yeah.
Who knows? That's not even worth talking about.
Yeah, so it's 4 or 5 years away, but 2024, Tulsi, you're probably not watching this, but 2024, please run again. We got your fucking back. We're going to go as hard for you as we did for Bernie, because you're a fucking savage. All right? We love you. Thank you for suing Google. Thanks for fucking putting your dick in Kamala Harris's mouth. She needed it. Jesus. Goddamn. Dude, amazing. All right, sorry.
It's true, but...
I love it. Let's see what else we got, John Boy. Yeah, okay, so we're going to talk about Epstein. There's a lot of things that have happened in the last few weeks about Epstein. But, I was watching the Kyle Kalinske show. If you guys haven't watched the show, it's awesome. His channel is Secular Talk.
Yeah.
He's really, honestly, Kyle Kalinske is like one of the main people that, all the podcasters have inspired us to do our own. But Kyle Kalinske is the one that, him and Jimmy Dore,
when he breaks down corporate media like bullshit,
yeah,
and like how they're not covering things fairly, because then he'll bring up actual documents proving otherwise.
Yeah, so Kyle Kalinske,
kind of a political, I guess he calls himself a political commentator, which is,
I'd say, like political satirist
or an analyst. I wouldn't say satirist, really.
Sometimes
he's funny, but he's like
Jimmy Dore's
actual information.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, he's got a great show, and he's a huge Kyle Kalinske and also Jimmy Dore are like big inspirations of why we decided to do a show talking about current events and politics. But I guess, God, this was just weeks ago we wanted to talk about this, but he did this little thing talking about there was a pastor, a New Jersey pastor, 69 years old, a Reverend Dr. William Weaver of the Linden Presbyterian Church. He was sucking demons out of people. So, before I get into the story a little bit more, I just want you to picture how might a pastor suck demons out of people. Is he sucking them out of them like a snake bite? You know, maybe doing a puncture wound and then sucking the demons out that way. I wish that was what it was happening. If that was what was happening, I'd kind of be like, that's weird, but okay. No, he was sucking the demons out of men that he sexually assaulted. And it's hard. It's fucked up, but it's fucking hilarious. So 3 men came out in New Jersey saying that the pastor said that he had to suck the demons out through their semen. Yeah.
And let's be clear here, these are men, not like a little kid.
I'm pretty sure they're men.
From what I understood, it was men too. So it's like they allowed it to happen, and then afterwards felt...
They were like, wait.
And, I guess we shouldn't mock, but it's like you let him do it. Like, are you that? I don't know. I really have not much to say about this. It's disturbing to me.
Let me think for a minute. Because, dude, honestly, you're a fucking idiot. Can you imagine, though, your pastor coming up and telling you got to
suck the demons out of you, and I'm just like, well, I guess I got a demon in me.
So you're already loony because you're a Christian that believes in crazy shit like that, right?
Yeah.
I just imagine the buildup of like the pastor building up, like, yeah, you got demons in you, but don't worry, we're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do some research, and then he comes out with you. From reading the Bible and other texts, I found a procedure that will help get this demon out of you. Okay. So what happened is the pastor cited Native American rituals and a verse from the Bible, a verse from Ephesians in the Bible that says, "Put on the full armor of God." I don't know. I feel like there's probably more to that quote. What if in that Bible verse it's like, "Put on the full armor of God, and I will fall to my knees and suck the devil out of your nutsack," or something.
Hey man, who knows? Maybe he was actually just...
Dude, what if... That's the thing I was thinking about at work. I was like, what if, like, there was some real shit going down and this pastor's a hero? and he's just like, and the fucking chairs are, like, flying around. And he's like... Just hold on, more.
It's like The Exorcist.
And the guy's like, "Whoa." And then he ejaculates into the pastor's mouth, and then everything fucking, the chairs fall, and they're exhausted from the passion of this moment, and
the guy has no idea what's going on, and all he sees is the pastor doing what he just did, and he's like, "You just sexually assaulted."
Oh dude, that's cool. Yeah,
all the pastors like,
"I saved it." Yeah, and so this is actually real, and all this is going on, but then he has like amnesia because the demon, and he's like, "Why are you doing this to me?" And he's like, "Don't." Yeah, and so this pastor's going to...
Oh, man.
It's fucked up.
It's a nutty world.
But yeah, what he had him do... I just picture this shit, Johnny. He would have them strip naked, lay down. He would put an angel coin on their foreheads, which is like a coin about this big with like a sigil of like... You've probably seen...
An angel on it?
No, not an angel. It's got like a sigil. You know, my girlfriend's like a witchy lady, so she's got all kinds of crazy shit, right? It's got like a pentagram type like thing on it.
Okay.
Put it on their forehead, and then he would have them balance stones on their hands and ankles, and then he'd just go to town and milk these guys out of their sins, I guess.
God.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild, Johnny.
Yeah, I don't even know what else to say about this.
My question is, what... And we hear about this shit in the church all the time. We're hearing about Epstein... Pizzagate, fucking, we always are hearing about pedophiles and Vans and Nike 10s, sex offender 10s. You know, I just gotta wonder, like, what the... and we don't really hear about this in other countries as much. It happens. But, like, what the fuck is up with the sexual perversion in this country? Like, Do you have...
It's not really just this country, but it's the whole world of wealthy elites, I think. But
here's the... But no, because, like, it's not just the elites. It's also, like...
No, I know.
Look at, like, we got people sexualizing, like, Billie Eilish and that How About That Girl. Granted, these women are, like, very developed for their age, but it's, like... And then we hear about this. This is just a pastor in, like, a small town or a bigger town, presumably. It's not just the elites. It's like...
I don't have the answer.
And then, like, we've got fucking Tinder. And I know people are sexual beings. Fucking pornography is getting worse and worse. You go on.
Could be what's making it even worse is pornography.
Yeah.
Easy access to it, but...
Yeah, and that's a whole discussion.
I'm not an expert either.
But you know what I think it is? It's fucking...
It's video games.
It's fucking video games.
Yeah.
And fuck books.
Yeah.
God damn it. This is why we need the Lord. You take the fucking Lord out of the school system, and this is what you get.
And this is why we need guns.
Yeah. And I'm pissed that they're trying to break down on this pastor who's just trying to suck the demons out of people.
Yeah, it's the typical left-wing snowflakes that...
He's doing God's work.
Yeah.
I know it's dark, and I know it sucks, but somebody's got to do the Lord's work.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
No, but you know what I think the issue is what I call RRDS, or Rich Roman Decadence Syndrome. At least this is definitely the case with the rich people. Mm-hmm. Right? These rich people have so much money, and they... Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless me. They have so much money, and they do so much things, and they start out with regular sex and fuck them prostitutes, and then they get tied up, and it just fucking progresses. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, guys. But it just progresses, and they start not getting this high from other things, and then the next thing you know, they're fucking kids and cutting people, and God knows what else they're doing.
Some dark stuff, probably.
You know, so yeah, it's Rich Roman Decadence Syndrome. We always hear about how the Romans, like, as the empire developed, got more and more decadent, and the leaders got more and more depraved. And here's the thing that happens when the leaders get more and more depraved. The people look up to the leaders, whether they're corrupt or not. So that fucking decadence and moral ambiguity and corruption trickles down to the everyday people because it becomes a cultural norm. Mm-hmm. And then suddenly, it's not just rich people fucking kids and doing sick shit. It's everyday people. You know?
Yeah.
And then, like you said, I think pornography... You know, I'm not going to shit talk pornography. I watch pornography or whatever. But, like, you know, it's a natural thing to want to masturbate or whatever. But, bro, you go on the pornography, you're like, maybe, like... want to see a pretty Asian girl get her thing going, or, you know, but what do you get? You get fucking girls getting tied up, and
yeah, it's some weird stuff
and
anymore.
Fucking people in masks and chicks with dicks, and like it. And then here's the thing: you're already going into this like stimulated, so then you just go down this rabbit hole, and you can end up ejaculating to something real fucked up, man.
Yeah.
And then, you know what? All of a sudden, that's in your fucking playbook now, bud. You know? So,
yeah.
As Theo Von would say, that's the fucking dark arts, dude. And it really is. Like, so, the moral of this story is if you want to make the world a better place, well, first off, the moral of the story is if your pastor's trying to suck demons out of you, time to move to another church.
Or maybe abandon the religion entirely.
Maybe just get into some like spirituality and shamanic stuff instead.
Yeah.
So there's that. But the other thing is be careful what you masturbate to. Okay? Because it's a slippery slope, guys. Yeah, so that's some fucking wild shit. But I guess that's kind of like a good segue since we're talking about perverted ass shit. Jeffrey Epstein, John Boy. Last week, he was found unconscious in his cell, presumably.
And just read a thing that now that he's dead, by supposed suicide, supposedly they found like broken bones in his neck and shit.
Really? You were just reading this?
Just reading this like right before
this morning or whatever? So yeah, a couple of weeks ago, he was found unconscious, apparent suicide attempt.
In one of
now he's dead.
A very high-profile facility that apparently held El Chapo and stuff too.
Yeah. So he had this suicide attempt, and since then he's been on suicide watch.
And there's conflicting reports that he was taken off of it, which doesn't make sense.
Why would you do that? He just killed himself like a week ago.
And there's people like resigning from the jail and stuff now too, and it's
really.
But like so many people were calling that this was going to happen.
Yeah,
like
they were. I mean, everybody. I remember Joey Diaz on the Church of What's Happening Now was talking about, fucking mark my words, cocksuckers, he's going to be dead in a week. They're going to send somebody in there and fucking kill him.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Because people need to realize, like, Epstein, like, I think we talked about it in the podcast we did about him, but he had, like, dirt on so many high-profile people, like, pictures.
Shit on a hardware drive.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, so he's dead, even though he's on suicide watch. I think it was a hanging.
I don't think they've even said it.
They haven't even released
I haven't seen it, but who knows? Yeah, because it wouldn't make sense that he could hang himself either, because the type of sheets they give you.
Yeah, there is no, like...
And you're also essentially on suicide watch, from what I understand. You're in, like, a straitjacket.
Pretty much. Or you're in a, like... I assume you're going to be in a room, like, where would you even hang?
Yeah,
There's
from
not
what I
gonna
understand,
be a light fixture.
Like, it's barely taller than you, the room, from what I understand, so you can't hang yourself.
There's no way. You'd have to... And I guess he had a cellmate?
There's so many weird conflicting reports.
And I was watching it on Joe Rogan. There was a cellmate, and it was like the classic guy you don't want to be in a fucking prison cell with.
Yeah, and
I don't know if
it's
that's
just
true
ridiculous. Like, it's pretty obvious, like, to anyone with a brain that he was probably killed at best, or
there's something fishy going on. Yeah, I think there
are photos like going around that like one of him alive, and then there was like supposedly a photo of him being gurneyed out.
Yeah.
And they like do this weird thing where the nose curvature isn't the same, and we're getting conspiratorial.
Yeah,
here.
this isn't like...
The photo's been passed around Facebook, so I figured I'd talk about it.
Yeah.
And then like the earlobe, which is unique.
It's like your fingerprints.
It's kind of like a fingerprint. Mm-hmm. That's different. And who knows? But
so that's the thing about conspiracy theorists, is if it's quite clearly a conspiracy, like in this case, like, dude, this guy didn't fucking hang himself. Here's the thing: if he did kill himself, it was still like somebody allowed it to happen.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, that's the best case scenario in this situation, and that still means that someone turned a blind eye
and let it go down.
And honestly, like, you watch videos of him, like Epstein in the past, he comes off as like sociopathic almost. Mm-hmm. I don't think someone like that would kill themselves, but I'm no expert.
No, he's gonna try to get out of it.
By
like
giving up dirt on powerful people.
Yeah, because what's the worst case scenario is he's gonna go back to prison. You might as well try to ride it out. Everyone already knows you're a sexual fucking freak, so it's not like you're worried about that.
Yeah,
and you get out, you're gonna have all your money left, because yes, this is like rapey shit. It's not like financial exchange commission crimes. So it's not like, as an example of Jordan Belfort, they're going to take all your money away. You're going to have all your money. You're going to have your island if you get out. And if you do have to go to prison for the rest of your life, they're probably going to arrange it so that you're in like a good setup.
Well, in cases like this, when you have dirt on politicians and world leaders and wealthy elite, you would think, because you think they'd cut a deal with you to be like, hey.
Yeah. Something, dude. So yeah, it's sketchy as fuck. So like, best case non-conspiracy, low end of the conspiracy spectrum is
someone let it happen.
He's paid or did something to allow himself to hang himself because he didn't want to go through this.
And what's that called when something like is obviously most likely that's probably what it is? What's that called?
I can't.
It's like a name for something, like whatever. But then you go up the ladder of conspiracy. He was murdered.
Yeah.
Then the top level conspiracy is his death was faked and he's still alive.
Yeah.
That sounds far-fetched, but
it's like, dude,
this whole thing's far-fetched.
This guy's he's a power broker in the United States. It's possible.
And I've read articles, and I don't know, there's so much fake shit being spread, too. It's like almost like pushed out to like muddy the waters.
Yeah.
But supposedly, like, I read one article from a not very good source, so this is hardcore conspiracy theory. I want to make, like, the cameras went out right around the time of his death.
Do you know if that's an actual fact?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's conspiracy theory.
Okay.
But because I've not seen it reported from a solid source.
Yeah.
But when you watch the corporate media, they're hammering away suicide, not doing any investigating. Like, isn't this fishy?
Yeah.
It's weird. They're like part of this, like, make sure it just repeats suicide and eventually
people will believe it.
Meanwhile, all my Facebook feed of people who are not conspiracy theorists is like, that guy didn't kill himself.
Dude, I find it very fucking unlikely.
Massive
to be honest.
outrage about this. Like, the whole internet is like... And I had my aunt who...
Even people that aren't conspiracy theorists are like,
my
dude...
aunt, who isn't into this at all, is like, you really think that guy killed himself? I'm like...
It's
no.
fucking unlikely,
Yeah, and when even someone like my aunt is saying that, like... She's not into
the whole...
any of this, but...
And, you know, this is kind of unrelated, but it makes me think about it. Hang on, I gotta fucking fix this chair. You know how, like... It's related, but it's not. You know how people get, like, upset at shit? They get outraged about, like, something somebody said, whatever. We see it all the time. Mm-hmm. We know this Epstein shit's going on. It's quite clear that he had dirt on high-up people. The people that run our country, our government, our corporations are profiting in the sex trade, fucking children, and doing God knows what else. Everybody's engaged in the story and interested, but we know that high-up people, we know Bill Clinton was on the plane. Yeah. Where the fuck's the outrage?
Well, when Trump made that tweet about linking the Clintons to the death of Epstein.
Yeah.
And that's what I've noticed. Like, people either think Trump was behind the killing to cover up for him, or the Clintons, and they made it into some political thing.
Dude,
these people don't care about policy views like you think. They just run as a Democrat because that's how they're going to win.
That's how they're going to get their cash cow. But in the end,
they're shaking hands and they're involved in the same messed up shit. Like, it's not hard to fathom. And the corporate media is part of it.
Yeah.
It's like another wing of what they're doing.
I think that was smart, and I think that was
I just don't
what they
understand
did.
How
is
people don't fathom this.
They tried to politicize it, the conspiracy aspect of it. It's like, no, these fuckers are all friends. They all run the same businesses. They all want the same jobs. They all have the same fucking bank accounts and overseas bullshit.
And why do you think it's not unique to just like Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard? They black out. Look at Ron Paul.
They blocked out Ron Paul.
Normal people who have actual views and policy views.
They laughed at Ross
Perot. They want someone who's part of the system.
They want somebody that's going to keep the fucking cash cow rolling, brother.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the thing. Like, God, dude, what's it going to take to have a fucking revolution in this country? And I don't mean like a violent overthrow of the government. What's it going to take for people to sit down at their jobs, refuse to go to work, refuse to take the shit?
The economy would have to fully tank, first off.
Yeah. Which
is stupid, in my opinion. It's like, it's sad that that's what it would take, considering how messed up some...
Well, that's everything with people, dude. They got to be pushed to the edge.
It has to fully affect them before they care.
But here's the thing I'm going to say, and we know a lot of SJWs and politically correct people that get in uproars over dumbass fucking shit on the internet. Mm-hmm. Fuck you. Where the fuck is your outrage about this guy, this rich fucking billionaire, and all his billionaire friends, and probably Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton and Trump and everybody else you fucking know, fucking little kids, abducting children, raping them? Where the fuck is the outrage? You know, where is it? Why are you not upset?
I think people are too scared, like, don't want to admit that it's true.
It's fucking true, guys. And here's the other thing. Why aren't you pissed about, why aren't you getting upset and being like, fuck you, about pharmaceutical companies creating an opiate crisis and then selling the cure? Why aren't you upset about Americans not able to get insulin and they're fucking dying? I've seen probably several dozen articles about different individuals dying from not having insulin. Why aren't you upset that people my age are 50 grand in debt for going to school for 4 years to try to better our lives? Why aren't you upset that our planet is literally getting to the point where we're not going to be able to live on it? Are you guys fucking retarded?
Because we have the best economy we've ever had, and job growth is amazing.
Yeah, fuck you.
Unemployment numbers at an all-time low.
Why aren't you mad? Like, why aren't you trying to change shit? But you're fucking upset about a black mermaid. You're fucking upset about this or that.
I mean, I'd say when people are upset on the internet, they're not really that upset. They just want to bitch and fight with people.
I know. But they fucking should be bitching about it.
Meanwhile, we've seen, like, in France, when they do the massive protests, shit happens.
Shout out to the Yellow Vest movement.
Hong Kong is having
Shout
huge
out to those
protests.
fuckers in Hong Kong.
What'd Puerto Rico do? Was it Puerto Rico?
Shout out to those motherfuckers getting rid of their governor in Puerto Rico. We can do that here in the United States.
That was Puerto Rico,
in Puerto Rico, there's the United States, I know, but we can do this on the fucking mainland.
Thing is, though, all that happens is one of the governor's handpicked people who's just as corrupt as him takes over now.
Well, I know, but
And
I
now
don't think
they
those
have-
people are going to just back down.
No,
They're gonna-
but it's like, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, they should have done another election. It's stupid.
Well, and even then, we need to talk about election integrity and security. I mean, we've all seen... Anyone with a brain saw the nefarious stuff going on in 2016.
Yeah.
Like the shutting down of polling stations, voting machines randomly not working, voting machines literally like you would vote for, say, Bernie, and it was switched to Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
This stuff's real. And then you can see how easy it is to hack. Like, they had like a 8-year-old or something crazy hack into a machine at some convention.
And completely rigged the election.
And these machines are, like, I know we're going way off topic, but these election machines are owned by private corporations. They're not, like, a government. And, like, you can watch a good, it's actually on the Young Turks, but it was a really good documentary called, it's about the California primary.
Uh-huh. Oh, I think I watched some of this with you.
Yeah, just type in California primary documentary, the Young Turks. And
Okay.
even if you don't like the Young Turks, it's a well-done documentary showing the flaws of California.
Yeah.
Like, they would just drop voting machines off at your house, and you would, like, this would be a person who just signed up to be in charge of the polling thing, like, 2 days
Yeah,
earlier.
to, like, check you in and shit.
So what if so all you have to do if you're a hacker who wants to make it, you just sign up to be a polling thing, and it sounds like they don't do a whole lot of background checking.
Yeah.
It's...
Or you could just not show up with it, and then there's a polling station not running.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
And even here in Iowa, yeah, we have ballots, but we run it through a machine. Mm-hmm. It's weird.
Well, at least then you can count the ballots, though. If they're, like, you can
I believe
you can have a
that's
third
better.
party come in and check.
But people act like you're nutty to talk about this stuff, but it's like, look at how corrupt our politicians are.
Guys, we're barely living in a democracy anymore. You laugh at Bernie Sanders and he says it's an oligarchy. It's an oligarchy. It's a civilization ran by a handful of rich fucks. And they've got the system down to fuck us in the butt. So get your Vaseline ready. You're gonna.
But I've heard someone say in a podcast I listen to, like, obviously there's a reason why, if they could just completely rig it all and whatnot, they wouldn't even care about public opinion. There's a reason why they care about public opinion and don't want you, like, banding together, because we still do have a voice and power. Like,
because if our outrage gets to the red zone, then it's dangerous. Because then here's the thing that people need to understand about what are we gonna do? We can't do anything. If your job's treating you like shit, reach out to a union, talk to your people about unionizing, talk about doing a strike. I know it's scary, but I fucking did it when I was like, how old? 20? Tried to organize a strike in a union. If a 20-year-old can fucking do it with a kid that he barely knows how to take care of, and if he loses his job, he's fucked, you can do it too. Because you need to understand something. Let's say you work in a grocery store. If you can unionize and they refuse to work with you, if you do a strike, think about how much money a company brings in one day, a grocery store. Now think about in a week or a month. If you go on strike, it's fucking them. It's destroying them. They're losing out on hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, depending on how big your store is. Mm-hmm. Truck drivers and shit. The whole economy runs on truck drivers. Imagine what could be done. Dude, if the truck drivers stop driving, the whole fucking system shuts down.
well, that's the
That's
thing is automation
billions
is
of
coming to take their jobs soon anyway. So
Yeah, but billions of dollars. But here's the thing. We can still shut that shit down. We can erect barricades on the highways. We can do kinds of shit. If we band together and unite, and I know we're going full fucking Karl Marx in this episode, I didn't expect that. But if we shut this bit, we run the society. It runs because of us. We can shut it down. And
Well,
then
I
they're
don't
going to
even
fucking
think
have
you
to
need to say
listen.
it's Karl Marx. Like, this is a right wing. It's not a partisan issue, man.
Well, dude, Karl Marx isn't partisan. I know people
Yeah,
think
but
he is, but
You turn people off when you say shit like that.
well, you need to
unfortunately.
understand that Karl Marx is a fundamental aspect of all political ideology. If you go to college, you understand that Marxism isn't fucking an ideology. It's a way of looking at history through class struggle. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, Like, fucking read a book. I don't know. Like, dude, just fucking read a book. I'm sorry. Anyway.
It's true.
Yeah. But the point is, we can change the fucking world if we try. Hopefully we don't got to do all this wild shit. But here's the thing. We get Bernie elected. He's going to have our back. We elect other progressives. And we do all that. We also have to be willing to sit down on our jobs. We have to be willing to say, fuck you.
Well, and that's another reason I like Bernie is because he said if he's elected, he's not going to be just commander-in-chief. He's going to be organizer-in-chief.
Yeah. Dude,
and actually, something that Obama did,
what?
Which just shows that I don't like the high praise of Obama. Obama had this huge activist organization ready to go to bat for him when he was elected, and he just had it completely dissolved once it was elected.
Because he didn't actually want to do anything to help people.
No, and then he had literally Wall Street picked Obama's like cabinet. Like it's documented.
Yeah, sorry guys, fuck Obama.
Yeah,
you know
but you know what? He definitely was smooth.
Yeah, fuck his mother too. Honest to God. The guy killed hundreds of thousands of people in the Middle East. I don't know if you guys know, but he sanctioned the fucking drone strike war that mostly killed civilians.
He didn't put out mean tweets, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
That's the problem with Trump. Like, people don't mind what Trump is doing, but the mean tweets. Literally, that's what a lot of Republicans are saying. Like, I don't even disagree with a lot of Trump's policies, but the tweets.
The tweets. They hurt my feelings. But I don't get my feelings hurt by kids being locked in cages or brown people overseas being murdered or people dying from lack of health care. That's fine. As long as I get a good speech every couple of months.
Yep.
Fuck you.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, sorry. I'm full of piss. The caffeine's kicking in here. I don't even know if I want to talk about Trump on Elijah Cummings. It's just more fucking bullshit. I mean,
I do think Trump's smart in the way, like, he, when some scandal's going on or something, he'll just tweet something outrageous or do something, and that's all. Yeah.
So this was kind of, I guess, with everything that happened, especially with the shootings and whatever, this was kind of a footnote. At the time, it was a bigger story, but Trump calling out Elijah Cummings, talking shit about his district in Baltimore. We all heard about the send her back thing. What's the most recent thing Trump said?
Well, the most recent thing that I can think of is he retweeted something pretty much blaming the Clintons for Epstein's death.
Yeah. But,
which was...
I mean, you pick it, you name it. There's something new every week with Trump being a fucking savage. But here's... The thing worth talking about on this, and then we'll just fucking skip over it and move to the next thing, is, guys, you need to understand that what Trump knows what he's doing.
Okay, it's not this idiot that people...
Yeah, he's doing these Trumps...
Even George W. Bush was not this complete stupid idiot that...
Yeah,
it's...
I think he just pretty much did what he was told. But anyway, what Trump's doing when he says, send her back, when with Hillary, he said, lock her up, let me see her emails. With Elijah Cummings, the representative from Baltimore, talking shit about his town, making what's essentially racist comments about Baltimore. It's a shithole filled with rats. There's shithole countries, etc., etc., etc. Grab her by the pussy, you know, all this fucking lunatic sounding shit that Trump said. The guy's smart, because this is what got him elected. Crazy Bernie, sleepy Joe Biden, whatever it is. He's got a base that fucking eats this shit up. They love it. Oh, they fucking love it. They just want Trump to tweet all over their fucking face. You know what I'm saying? This gets his people riled up. Okay? And it makes the other side look weak. Mm-hmm. So say what you want about it. I know it's disgusting. It makes me fucking laugh because I can't believe America's fallen this fucking far.
Well, and I talk to some people who think Trump's like, not that many people support him. There's quite a few hidden Trump
supporters. It's more than you think, man.
Yeah, like...
At the Wingding, we saw probably 3 or 4 different signs on either side of the highway or in the town saying Trump 2020.
And they think the media is a liberal media, which is biased against Trump. And meanwhile, like, MSNBC has been, like, going to war with Bernie Sanders and his campaign, the supposed liberal media outlet. So it's like, they're not liberal in any ways.
Here's the thing. Those news networks like Trump's agenda of deregulation, of tax cuts. This is good for them.
And they never criticize him, on those things. They just criticize him over stupid crap to distract us.
It's a fucking genius thing, because they clog up the news cycle with Trump's bullshit. Dude, the people that fucking own this country and run it and tell you what to buy and what to believe and what to fucking think, they know what they are doing, okay? And by clogging up the news stream with Trump saying grab him by the pussy or this and that, I know the stuff's disgusting. We have a right to be pissed about it. It's fucking embarrassing, right? I'm not saying don't be pissed. But they're clogging up the news cycle so that you don't talk about him rolling back EPA things, drilling in the Arctic, drilling near the Grand Canyon, still killing people overseas. It's just everything that the actual administration and the Congress under him is doing. They get you pissed off about him saying this racial shit. They chose a celebrity reality TV actor for a reason. Because they're putting on a show to get you pissed off so you ain't worrying about the other shit.
Well, and another critique of the corporate media, since we're talking about it, this is recently. The day that Bernie surpassed Biden in a New Hampshire poll, you would think they love polls, right?
Yeah, polls are great.
Barely anyone talked about it in the corporate media.
Yeah.
But they all, at the same exact time, pushed out this story that Bernie criticized the Washington Post because it's owned by Jeff Bezos, and he's like, no wonder, that they criticized me so much. But literally, then now all the corporate media outlets, same narrative, same headline pretty much, comparing Bernie to Trump, because Trump attacks the Washington Post too. And it's a way to make people be like, oh, we can't get Bernie, it'll just be another Trump.
Yeah. It's a smart one. That hit piece, I was like, oh, you guys are smart.
Well, and it's in the fact that they all are colluded with each other to push out the same story. It's
Oh, dude, because it's all serving the same interests. Mm-hmm. It's fucking crazy. I'm just checking, make sure everything's running here.
And we've got probably 15 minutes.
Okay, yeah, because you gotta be ready by when?
1:30ish. I gotta be ready. It's 1:13 now.
Okay. First off, the fucking Iowa State Fair, there was tens of thousands of people
how about
there.
the New York Times saying that Bernie was speaking to no one? Meanwhile, he had... Some people are saying that it was the biggest crowd of all.
Dude, I'm going to try to pull that picture up for you guys. It was huge. Oh, I don't have the keyboard over here. Fuck. Well.
Just look up Bernie Iowa State Fair soapbox.
Shit. Dude, next time remind me to have the keyboard over here, because we can make shit work. Anyway, yeah, it was the whole Iowa State Fair. It was filled. Tens of thousands of people. It was wild. Dude, where did you send me that thing of Bernie, the guy talking about the poll at the Iowa State Fair, talking about, well, how do you feel about going down in the polls? And then Bernie was like,
oh yeah, it was a Rational National shared it, which is he's a Canadian who talks about American and Canadian politics.
Rational National Bernie Sanders. Should I just type in? Because I want to that Chris Cuomo thing.
Yeah, Cuomo.
Oh yeah, here it is. Fuck though. Do you know at what point it was in this?
58 seconds in.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, I know because I've had people watch it.
Yeah, Johnny knows his shit. Let me fucking turn this on. The fucking ads, brother. The fucking ads.
Is growing popularity.
I don't want to have this play because I don't want to take his shit, Not that we're monetized anyway.
Oh, well, I think they demonetized a lot of his crap anyways for everything.
So it's about 58 seconds, you said?
Yep, 58 seconds, literally is when it starts.
Okay.
Down.
All right.
Really want change. Vote for somebody who comes from the working class, not a billionaire, who understands working class issues, is going to stand up and fight for the working class.
That's it, we'll let you go. Your polling numbers here in Iowa have gone down a little bit.
No, you're looking at one poll which the media seems to like to talk about.
And so how do Bernie Sanders rise to the top of the polls here in Iowa?
Actually, if you look at the reports of polling since the last debate, guess which candidate has gone up the most? Thank you very much.
Oh, drop that fucking
And then you
mic.
didn't even fully play it, but when he says thank you very much,
Yeah.
as he's walking away, he's like, it'd be Bernie Sanders. And then,
Oh,
then
really?
the anchor just disappears with
Into
a
the
sad
crowd.
face into the crowd.
That was a drop mic moment. That's
Yeah.
what that was. It was badass. I was erect when I seen that, dude. Seriously, that was awesome.
Well, yeah, and it's in literally in all the videos because I had the YouTube video of them all comparing Bernie to Trump.
Yeah.
The dislike to like ratio is hilarious.
It's deep.
People are not falling for it.
Yeah.
but a lot are that
Tons
only
of hit-
watch corporate media.
Tons
That's
of
the
hit
problem.
pieces. We've been seeing it for weeks since the debate
Dude,
started.
and
They
it's
really
so
rolled them out.
obvious. And then like they'll critique and be like, "How can the Bernie campaign really prove we have a bias?" It's like obviously you do when you're running like 40 hit pieces a day compared to how many on
man.
Kamala Harris or Biden.
None.
Like one or two.
Yeah, I've
right.
seen. I haven't even really seen any with Kamala, but I've seen them with Joe Biden because the guy's a fucking retard.
Well, dude, when he says, what was the quote about poor people? Poor people can be smart and get educated just as much as white people.
Yeah.
And then he tries to save it. And then he
Damn.
called Theresa May, the former now leader in the UK, Margaret Thatcher, twice in one.
I mean, she might as well be. That's hilarious.
Said like the El Paso shooting was in like Houston, and the
he's
Dayton shooting
fucking
was
up.
in Michigan or something.
He's got to be slipping, bro. He's
Said he
he's
was
as old as
president.
Bernie. And
Well, yeah, and that's the thing though. Like the age, he's
dude.
Biden's always done this though. Like he's
Like,
always
fucked up and shit?
Yeah, he always like when Obama was president, he would say it's just ridiculous.
I wish I could, dude. Guys, I'm gonna for the next episode. I'm gonna really try to figure out how to pull out videos for you guys because there's so much funny shit we wish we could be showing you right now. Fucking our friend Nathan Hershey. Shout out to Nathan Hershey, man. Fucking awesome guy.
Yeah,
He was at the
video's
Wing
hilarious.
Ding, and God, I want to see if I can find it. Yeah, he had this video where he's outside of the Wing Ding, and Joe Biden's just walking by, like licking an ice cream cone. And I'm gonna see if I can.
Next term.
Hang on. All
You know
right.
that guy's running for president? Joe Biden.
Nathan, don't be mean.
Well,
And then
next
Biden's
term.
like, I thought you were.
You know that guy's running for president?
Biden looks like so like caught off. Like
Yeah.
Biden does not look like he was prepared for people to like be videotaping him about eating the ice cream cone. It's a funny video. You
Dude,
gotta
that
see the
video should be going viral. Like, I wish I could somehow like share it to you guys and stuff, but it is fucking hilarious. Okay, so I want to try to cover this last story. Let me just look. We talked about Kamala Harris's bullshit. Oh yeah, pretty cool that Cardi B joins Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, it just got released today, I think.
Oh, that video did?
I haven't watched it yet.
Should we? Let me look.
Maybe we could try. I think it's a long interview.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna type it in and see if there's. Okay, yeah, it might be. Oh yeah, it's 21 minutes. Well, we'll check that out and we'll try to fucking cover it in the
Or a
next
different episode, yeah.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool. You know, say what you want about Cardi B, but I don't like her music. I think obviously her and some others in the rap industry, hip hop industry right now are like fucking. Not that hip hop artists are always the best role models for young people, but just I don't think she's a good role model for women.
She did like drug men, like rob them.
Well, dude, here's the thing: she's from the dark arts and the fucking life.
Yeah, but if there is like a two-sided coin to that, because like if it was like you drugged women and used to rob them, like it would. Your career would be done.
Yeah. I guess.
So I get the criticism.
No, I do, but like that's what women do in the fucking.
Well,
hood
she's
and shit,
open
bro.
about it, but yeah, it's overall.
I mean, the point I'm getting at is like, if you like her, that's great. I'm not gonna shit talk you. I didn't have any respect for her before because I just didn't like her music. I don't like I love hip hop. I don't like the direction.
She obviously
it's
hasn't
going.
let the big money get to her head and realizes the struggles of regular people. That's
So yes, some respect to Cardi B for doing this with Bernie Sanders and talking about the issues, and it's great because young people fucking listen to her, younger people than us, and I hope that'll get kids out to the polls. I really do, and I think it will make a difference. It's going to get a few thousand at least, a few thousand. So that's awesome. The one thing I want to talk about, and we'll start shutting it down, I guess, because we got to get you out of here, John Boy. But I was reading this article. And we've done a lot of reading about the trade war, but there's this one that I was reading about is economists say that Trump is overpaying farmers. So we know the trade war is going on. We know that farmers have taken a hit, and because of that, there's a stimulus package that the administration's giving money to farmers to make up for loss in sales, right? And here's the thing: I want to start this by saying, like, I know there are farmers out there struggling. I've seen it. I've talked to them. I've talked to people that are involved with those, and it's a thing going on, and a lot of people are hurting from it. But the thing is, I have this feeling, and I've had this feeling, and this article kind of talked about it, that a lot of farmers aren't necessarily hurting as much as you think. Small family farmers, I
definitely
bet.
are. But
definitely are.
The corporate farmers, and I'm not an expert, but they're pretty well off.
I think they're doing fine. But anyway, what this article talked about is that the Trump administration is overpaying farmers. And the first thing that we need to understand is the Secretary of Agriculture is a man named Sonny Perdue. I'm sure a lot of us have heard of Perdue Farms. Huge, I think mostly chicken. Probably some other things, soy and feed for the chickens.
Yeah.
But you've seen Perdue chicken strips and shit. He's the Secretary of Agriculture. He's definitely pro-industrial agriculture. So right now they've been doing, I think last year they did $14.5 billion in direct payments to farmers, another $1.5 billion in purchases of commodities from farmers to give to food banks. This year they've rolled it back a little bit, 12 point something billion. Yeah. So how this works is China, we have this trade war with China. In response, we've raised tariffs on China. In response, they're refusing to buy agricultural products in the United States. They're going to Brazil. They're transitioning to grow more of their own. So this is a hit to farmers, right? It's bad for rural economies. How it works is farmers receive payments simply based on how much land they've planted with crops affected by the tariffs. So it's not how much sales you lost, how many deals you lost. It's just like you get paid on how much you planted per acre, okay? So that's already kind of like a chance that you're going to get overpaid, because it's not how much, this could be going, you could still be selling half or more of that to another country. It might not even be going to China, but you're still getting subsidy money, okay? And so this University of Missouri's Food and Ag Policy Research Institutes did an analysis saying Chinese tariffs caused the price of soybeans to drop by 78 cents per bushel, right? Last year's aid package paid out 2 times as much of that, something like $1.70 per bushel. So not only are the farmers not necessarily losing the business because and here's the thing, they said that it didn't hit farmers as hard as they expected because China revoked all their trade agreements and sales, but then other purchasers like from Europe, Africa, different countries came in and bought it all up anyway. So they pretty much were already making most of the money, and then they still got this extra money from the government. And, I mean, that's the main gist of what's going on. And you're people are like, oh, kind of whatever. But you got to understand, like I said, Sonny Perdue is a big advocate for industrial agriculture. Farmers aren't what we think they are a lot of times. There are still small family farmers. Shout out to those people. We need more of them. But Johnny, you looked at like a farmer's screen before, and it was just all fucking like stock exchange shit.
Yeah, it's literally like it's weird. I don't fully understand.
Yeah, and people need to understand there's a commodities exchange in Chicago, which is a lot like the stock exchange. It's just over like cattle and soy and minerals and all that. So what's happening is this is good for the big business, okay? And we're not experts. This is just what I've read, and this is what we're theorizing. Because not only are they still selling all their product, they're getting these big corporate farmers are getting a huge handout from the government too, so they're just stacking cash. And Sonny Perdue's behind all of it, and I'm sure his fucking family and his farms are getting a shit ton of money too, right? So it's crazy. And here's the thing that's fucked up. So the agricultural part of the government, it also runs food stamps. So the government just handed out like $15 billion last year. They're doing another $12 billion this year for it. You know how they're paying for it? They cut food benefits in the SNAP program by $3 billion. And that's just one.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's the price of corporate welfare, man. It's crazy. But
God forbid we cut the military budget or anything like that.
No.
For more war.
No, let's cut people's benefits that need food. Yep. And we need to talk about, and we'll do this in another episode, but we gotta change our agricultural system. We need to reduce pollution.
Yeah, we could have a whole episode about that.
We will. There's a lot that needs to be done. We need to have localized markets, all of that. We still have a little bit left, but we got to get Johnny out of here. He's got some things going on today. But I kind of want to end the show. I got to do some shout outs and things at the end. Obviously, you guys know the drill. But I want to end the show. We talk about a lot of negative things, a lot of fucked up things. And I want to maybe start trying to end the show on a good note. First thing I want to say is don't doubt yourself. Listen to our call of action. If the things we talk about bother you, if you feel fucking powerless, you're not. You can vote. You can volunteer. You can canvass for Bernie or another progressive candidate. You can unionize at your job. You can be educated. Just be educated. Show up to caucus. We can do things to take our country back. Okay? Mm-hmm. And I know we hear a lot about, wars overseas, and obviously we got children in cages here in America, and it's fucking depressing. But I saw this article of on the border wall in the United States and Mexico. They built these teeter-totters through the wall where you got Mexican kids on one side playing, and on the other side you got American kids just fucking playing on this teeter-totter together. And I know that's kind of just a fluffy story, but it just made me think, we're all fucking people. And politics aside, terrible things that humanity's done to each other aside, there's things to be positive for. And if you have to find a reason to fight or a reason to be hopeful, just fucking look at, if you got your kids, if you live by a school, just look at the kids, man. And we can make a better world if we want to. Yep. So that's my little heartwarming speech for you guys. Okay, so let's do the fucking rundown here. Let's make sure I got the music ready. Johnny, we're going to exit the stage how we normally do, right? Mm-hmm. So, all right, guys. We appreciate you listening to us. We hope you got something out of it. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe, like, drop a comment, let us know what you think. If you have suggestions, you want to be critical, I don't care, comment. Help us grow our channel. Share it to your friends. Be like, dude, check these guys out. They got a lot to say. If you got political friends, let them know what we're doing out here. And seriously, guys, if you want to support the podcast further than that, you can go to my Patreon at patreon.com/double_D. There you can access all my written works. I got poetry, flash fiction, short stories. I'll be releasing novels on there over time. I plan on publishing a book in the next year or two. My patrons will be getting a free one of those. I plan on doing a podcast on there. This is one of the reasons I do the podcast, is so that I can eventually become self-sufficient, so that Johnny can become self-sufficient, and we can do this for a living. If you subscribe to my Patreon, even if it's $3 a month, $6, $10, whatever you have, that's fucking nothing. You spend that on lunch every day. That not only boosts my confidence as a writer and a creator, it puts me one step closer to being able to quit my fucking job and do what I fucking love and do this podcast 2-3 days a week with Johnny. And it's the same with him. He fucking wants shit to take off too. So go there, check it out. If you can't subscribe, I get it. We got bills to pay. Read the free stuff. Consider subscribing. To further support the podcast, check out Bingley's Teas at janeaustenteas.com. They have high-end, hand-picked teas by the wonderful Miss Julia to satisfy that deep tea addiction. Or visit Julia in person at 118 East 26th Street, suite number 208, to be taken on a tea tour of the world. Show support for the podcast and help out an independent business trying to keep you caffeinated by going to janeaustenteas.com. All right, Johnny. Here we are. Here we were.
We're gone.
We're gone. We're going to send you out with a little bit of Enigmaknots. Check them out on Bandcamp. Enigmaknots, Bandcamp. Just type it in on Google here. Play a little music for you guys, and we're going to head on out, all right? Thanks for another episode, guys. You've been great. Take it easy.